Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the muchly promised and anticipated Paladin Chronomancer review. So if you have no idea how you get this class, you literally just have to buy the 2023 Artix calendar, or you can just wait a year and it will be available at the Hero Mart map. As we predicted, it is overall an S tier class. Support is an S, PvP is an S, Solo is an A, and Farming is a D. We will also look at it against Champion Draka. We did cover other Ultras in a different video, and I am planning to go along to Darkon at some point to see how it runs there. However, let us begin first of all with the class animations, because I know some of you are always here just for those, and as you can see, this one you are going to go hammer donking with. That is, of course, if you do have your animations turned on, you get some nice big wings off of skill 4, and then skill 5 yet again is a mini explosion with a hammer donk on the end of it. But let us talk skills. So first of all, Hammer of Virtue, that is just a standard auto attack. Then we have Radiant Rift. This one is 5 mana and damages 1 enemy. It will apply Temporal Rift, which of course stacks up to 4. It applies Ascendancy and Reprisal to your target, which reduces their dodge, haste, crit chance, outgoing damage and defense by 10% for 10 seconds, and that stacks to 5. If Admittable is active, that is from skill 4, you will apply a damage over time to your enemy based on your current health. Next up we have Holy Vow, which will cover for 6 friendly targets. It will apply a heal, increases your haste by 10% and physical and magical defense by 33%. If Guardian Angel is active, which is also from skill 4, applies Intervention, a massive heal over time for 5 seconds. Worth saying that skill also only has a 5-second cooldown. Skill 4 is Divine Intervention, which will target 6 friendly targets and apply a massive heal. It will also apply Indomitable, which we said earlier is used on skill 2, and you'll also get an endurance boost by 400% for 5 seconds. You'll also apply a Guardian Angel to you and your allies for 15 seconds. Once you have Guardian Angel active, your next time round hitting skill 3 will apply that massive heal over time. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Divine Retribution. This will use your Temporal Rift stack to deal damage based on your last 10 seconds. Damage scales with each stack. Also applies Spirits Within, restoring 45 mana to yourself over 5 seconds. And as a little extra, it will stun undead targets. Your passives are as follows: Endurance increased by 100%, Hit Chance by 10%, and Defense by 20%. And the rank 10 one is a Haste increased by 5% and Healing Power by 20%. Right then, let us get testing this class out. So we're just at the testing dummy currently, just so you can see the basic mechanics of the class. You don't particularly have a set combo for this. You just want to make sure once you've used skill 2 4 times, you're hitting skill 5, and then once you've used skill 4, make sure you're going for either skill 2 to get that damage over time, and also skill 3 to get your heal over time. And it's all about timing when you use skill 4, especially in ultra battles, to make sure you're using it as effectively as you can, because your health will increase significantly. Anyway, let us move on to farming. As we said earlier, this one only gets a rank D. This is not a farming class. It isn't the slowest thing in the world, because you can chop and change between enemies, but like we say, it's no different between any other of the majority single target classes, so don't use it for that. It's not what it's built for. Soloing is an interesting one. I've gone for a rank A, which could be seen as generous. The DPS isn't overly high until you actually get round to using your nuke. The damage over time, however, is quite nice, and you're typically around the 3000 mark or higher. That does change up in PvP, and as we say, that does change depending on how high your health is. The main reason I gave this an A tier is you're pretty much invincible when you're using this class for the majority of monsters in game. The fact you can boost your endurance so high and you get that rapid heal over time, and that's without even mentioning the fact that skill 3 comes around to heal you every 5 seconds, so you could just keep on going even against the harder hitting monsters in game. Plus you do also have some nice debuffs that you apply to your enemies. PvP is an interesting one. This one is easily an S tier PvP class, and one of the best ones you can actually use at the moment. I have made a separate video showcasing the PvP on this particular class, so do go check that out. I'll ping a link to it, which will hopefully pop up sometime on screen for you now. The main thing with this is the fact that you, first of all, like we say, you boost your health so high for your endurance, you can keep on healing yourself, but crucially, that damage over time you apply when your health is that high, we get it up to around 8,500 against some people we're playing against. Obviously, it does depend what class they're using, but as we say, you are going to be able to defeat the vast majority of classes in game. There were some cases you could just join the arena, boost your endurance, hit skill 2, and then the fight was over within around 3 seconds. That's how crazy this class actually is. You get a get out of jail with your massive heal applied as well off skill 4, as well as being able to do the mini nuke with skill 5 if you so choose. And that now leaves us with the niche that this class particularly was made for. It is the Arch Paladin replacement in Ultra Battles. You will be able to do that in pretty much all of your Ultra Battles. I would not recommend it for Ultra Dage. Obviously, there's a bit too much healing going on with Paladin Chronomancer, so I'd probably give it a miss for that particular one. But certainly when it comes to Champion Dracov, which is going to be our example for this video, I have also done a video specifically on Paladin Chronomancer for the Ultra Battles. That is including Champion Dracov again. You get Ultra Nulgath and that, and Nightbane, just to show you it in some different examples. Like I say, we are looking to go across to the other Ultras as well, but in most cases it is literally just a case of replacing your Arch Paladin. This Dracov run is a fresh one that I recorded today, so it is using all the recent buffs and changes on the class. So as you see it now is as it is actually in game. If you're doing an Ultra run that requires taunting, make sure your Paladin Chronomancer is doing that. Get your Scrolls of Enrage on. That is mainly again because before a taunt comes in particular when it is one for Ultra Dracov and you need to make sure your teammates are not getting nuked, you're able to soak up the damage by using skill 4 beforehand, which obviously is going to increase your endurance massively. For those of you who want to know the actual class comp, obviously we have myself as the Pally Chrono, we have a Lord of Order, Stonecrusher and Legion Revenant. You should be able to do this battle without the need of pots, and as you can see, once you get down to that 2 million marker for final stand, you should be more than able to clear up the fight from there. Worth saying in this run, I don't actually know who is using damage boosting weapons and items, because obviously you can't really tell other than myself due to the cosmetics and game nowadays, so just go with that as you will. Make sure you've got them on and you'll get through Champion Dracov no problem whatsoever. All the heals you will be chucking out as a Pally Chrono will be absolutely lovely for keeping your team alive, so just good luck and enjoy running it in the fight if you're lucky enough to have one in your group. Anyway folks, that is it for the review today. Paladin Chrono is actually one of the more worthwhile ones to be getting. It's quite fun to use, it's enjoyable in PvP if you are someone that does that. It's incredibly good at supporting, and it probably won't be your go-to choice for soloing, but if you wanted to do that, it can do that. However, farming is a no-go, but we kind of knew that one was coming already. If you are new around here, please do hit that subscribe button, leave the video a like, and I'll see you all again for another one incredibly soon. Until then, have a lovely day.